thank you to the 42,000 people who were tested to 8 p.m. last night. And whilst that's been a sustained figure, and Dr Chant always likes to see that testing number 40,000 or more, given the circumstances, we would like to see more people come forward and getting tested, especially those that are highlighted in Dr Chant's reports, and especially around those venues, those suburbs within certain venues which have been highlighted by New South Wales Health. Last night to 8 p.m, we had 50 cases of community transmission, and most concerningly, 26 of those were infectious in the community. Now, that's the number we need to get down to as close as zero as possible. And when you know that there's 26 cases that were infectious in the community, the only conclusion we can draw is that things are going to get worse before they get better. As Dr Chant will highlight, one person who's been infectious in the community is likely to infect those closest to them. So just work it out. You go home, you give it to your parents, your siblings, you keep going to work, you give it to a work colleague, and then they take it home and give it to their parents and their siblings. And I think it's pretty clear that unless we reduce that level of people in the community that are infectious, we won't be able to turn things around as quickly as we can or as quickly as we should. And I do want to state that out of those 50 cases, the vast majority of those cases, and I can't stress this enough, are close family or friends of people who have COVID. So people are getting the virus and then spreading it to those closest to them. If you truly love your parents, your sisters, your best friends, please stick to the rules. And regrettably, Deputy Commissioner Warboys will be highlighting at least two very concerning examples where people have chosen to flout the rules, have had parties, because every time you consider breaking the rules, doing something wrong, you are affecting not just you, your closest family, your closest friends, but all of us who are subjected to the lockdown. I know that when all of us come together, we can make a difference. And we need to make that difference by also holding our friends and others accountable. I can't stress enough that for this lockdown to be as effective as we would like it to be, in a time frame that we would like to be effective, all of us have to work together to do the right thing. Cutting corners, flouting the rules is going to prolong the lockdown, and that's the last thing any of us want to see. I do want to thank the community, the vast majority of our citizens, for the response from yesterday. We've noticed a significant decline in mobility. We've noticed people doing the right thing, but that has to be sustained in order to turn things around. And I'm very concerned that to 8 p.m. last night, we still had 26 cases of people who are infectious in the community. And one message I really want to get across to people who have been diagnosed with COVID: please tell us the truth the first time round. When people withhold information, it means that their contacts are infectious, potentially infectious in the community. Eventually, our health contact tracers get to the truth. Please tell the truth from the first minute rather than after repeated conversations, because otherwise you put your closest family and friends at the greatest risk, and that's something we don't want to see.